Yeah, for now, I think that's good. Alright. So we continue the High Elf starting area. It's pretty cool. You start off at 110 on the High Elf. Alright.
If the Witch-king has taken Theleron to the Overlook, we must pass through the Easterling encampment ahead.
When my company came to Prince Armoth's aid, I heard a great cry and a thunder like flapping wings from above. It sounded like some terrible flying creature, as great in size as the eagles. I could not spy it through the smoke, but I'm certain it lurked beyond my sight. You know if this creature is a servant of Sauron's. Excuse me. But its presence makes me fear all the more for Theleron. If the Witch-king has taken him through the Overlook, we must pass through the Easterling encampment ahead. The men of the East have grown arrogant behind Sauron's might, and they have lifted a small passage in their encampment open to the woodlands. Follow me, we shall sneak, avoid the dangers approaching their gate upon the road. Alright. Wonder what was flapping above them. It could have been one of the 9 on one of their mounts, but I don't know. It seems weird because we've just seen them on their horses. So it may be a dragon or something else. Follow Harthelin into the Easterling encampment. So this is where we thought the Witch-king may have taken Theleron, based on the description of where he was headed, I guess, with him on his horse. We'll see if that was actually the case. Here's the Easterling, an Easterling archer. Whoa, we must move quietly. It is not far now. Okay. Hold, their sentry seems on the edge of sleep. Wow. So these are bad guys, huh? Let's take out the ads first, and then we'll help her with the main guy. Oh, she didn't need much help.
What's up, dog?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
You know.
Stairs up the hill lead to the Overlook. Go,
Living the
Crusader.
dream of a rock star that I'm not.
Do not worry for me. Go now. I should keep them from following.
Mallory.
Are you playing Lotro, or what are you doing?
Here. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I thought you were playing Lotro. Are you playing Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, I haven't even bought the game.
Oh, okay. You haven't got any expansion yet?
No, I'm watching you play, and it still looks like the same old Lotra.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This is the High Elf starting area. It's pretty cool, though. It's been good so far, story-wise.
Yeah.
All right. Easterling Archer. Search the encampment for any signs of... Ooh, I need to turn him down.
It's those for you. Mm-hmm.
All right. Again, we probably don't have to click on these. We're following. So these are the hoof prints of the Witch-king, we think, at this point. Alright, we're gonna fight both.
Are you hearing my game? I'm just gonna mute my mic unless I talk.
Yeah, it sounds good, buddy.
There's a lot of stuff going on. I know you're.
Okay. Alright, I'll turn him back up then. He's gonna mute his mic unless he's talking to us. Alright, let's follow the Witch-king's prints. Yeah, so far it's been a pretty cool experience. Not anything that's like, oh, it's so good I would want to do this over and over or anything, obviously. But for a starting area, introducing the High Elves, like, I think it's pretty cool. Witch-king's steed thrashes wildly. He and Theleron must be nearby. Okay. Thought I was going to have to fight the horse, but thankfully no. That's a relief. That is a relief. Wow, a lot of climbing here. Oh, look at that. So that's that's probably identical or very similar to the statue that fell earlier that we crossed over. That looks pretty cool though. I probably should be taking screenshots, although it wouldn't be hard to get back here. Just take a little time. Alright, let's see. I'm guessing we go around towards the statue. It just feels like it would be beckoning us in that direction. I'm wondering if this is coming to an end. We've gotten so far away from the king, from everything else that's going on. It's a little, I'm just, you know, having a hard time imagining how it's going to get us back to there if this isn't the end of this. There's the Witch-king. I don't see Celondim yet. We can't confront the Witch-king by ourselves, can we? You come too late, servant of Gil-galad. The winged beast of my master. So that's who bore away Celondim. The Elf King will see him. We'll never see him again, for he shall suffer evermore in the dungeons of Barad-dûr. But you, Crusadim, you shall be changed, and you will return to Gil-galad as his greatest foe. Wait, what? Such is the will of Sauron. Oh my goodness. Suffer now and rise anew into the realm of the unseen. What? What? I mean, I knew we shouldn't have confronted the Witch-king by ourselves. Troll Shaws. Mumble at Harthalun. I can't see. Alright, there we go. So we're in bed, I guess. It's like really making you feel like you can barely move. Alright, I'm just going to type /mumble. Can it be? Lord Elrond, Crusadim has awoken at last. Rest until your wound is healed. Here comes Elrond. Rest easy, my friend. You are safe from harm in Imladris. What's up, Thea? How are you doing tonight? The wound is healed, but Crusadim remains in need of rest, Harthalin. So leave him be. Rest well, my friend. I shall return in... We passed out. I shall return in... We passed out. Tham Sin, the Hall of Rest. You've woken at long last. Find Elrond in the last homely house. Alright. I cannot stand this outfit. It's like that's the champion gear they show in the when you're making a character. I think it just looks awful though. Alright, we'll just get through this. Elrond, Lord of Rivendell.
It brings me great joy to see you upon your feet once more, my friend.
It's only coming into one earbud. After you fell, we attempted to heal you upon the battle plain, but the Witch-king of Angmar had dealt you a grievous injury, one unlike any dealt to your peoples before by the hands of the Dark Lord. The decision was made to return you to Imladris, far from the lands of the enemy. You suffered for years in restless agony as my healers worked to free you of the evils that lingered in your wound. When the war was ended, I returned to aid them and learned much of the healing the foul wounds of Morgul steel. When at last you could rest, you did so for many years. Despite my efforts, your strength has diminished greatly. It may take a great time, but I believe you shall again know the power that lies within you. As for the task given to you by Gil-galad, do not consider it a failure, Crusadim. None could have foreseen the enemy's malice in sending his Nazgul to seize Celondim. Tragically, he was never found, even after Barad-dûr itself was brought to ruin, It wounded Gil-galad greatly to use you both in the war, and it is said that his light was dimmed through all the battles that followed. Even so, he did not falter before the enemy. So I wonder if this will come back, Theleron. Maybe it already does, and I just don't know it. But we'll have to kind of put that away in our minds. The story of Theleron. I mean, it may resolve now during this, but I'm guessing it won't. No, you did not fall in vain, my friend. Our victory on the battle plan that day bore fruit indeed. Sauron resisted our assaults for 7 years in the Dark Towers, but in the end, he was cast down by Gil-galad and Elendil. Elendil's son, Isildur, cut the ring from Sauron's finger, destroying the Dark Lord and banishing him from this realm. Alas, there is more to be said on these matters. Walk with me, Crusadum. I'm glad you're doing okay, Thea. You remember the war as if it were yesterday, do you not? Yes, actually we do. As if it was 5 minutes ago. You are one of the few that remains in this realm that can recall it as I do, my friend. That's really cool. I come here often to reflect on the sacrifices we made in the war. In that war. Indeed, Gil-galad and Elendil defeated the Dark Lord, but they did so at the cost of their own lives. The realms of elves and men were thus forever changed, and the world passed into the Third Age. So that answers our question earlier. We started in the intro in the Second Age. We've now passed into the Third Age, although we're still early in the Third Age. I think we're going to have to skip ahead in time again. I don't know. And so it has been for many years now. Maybe not. Maybe this is up to like where most races approximately get out of their starter areas. I don't know. I do not wish to alarm you, Crusadum, but it is now the 3018th year of the Third Age. What? So it's been like 4,000 years or something? Even as much else has changed Imladris as you remember it. Which is Rivendell, right? Imladris is Rivendell. You have borne many burdens in your time, my friend, and so I give you leave to depart to the Havens if you wish it. So we can leave for the Havens. It'll be a short game. I mean, our character's existence in this world would be short if we do that. There is another here who sustained a terrible wound in the war. Hithgal is his name. Since chance has woken you today, perhaps he too is healed of the enemy's wounds. We're back to level 4. We're not 105, 110 anymore. See if he is woken from his long rest, and then we shall speak more of your journey to the Havens. So we know that we're not going to make that journey if this character is going to continue to exist in this world. So the way that where we walked from and all that, it would seem like he would be down this hallway, right? Wouldn't that be the like, oh, that's Central Courtyard. Well, before we go out there, let's make sure. Yeah, I don't think he's in here because we kind of did a circle here and passed all around it. So let's go out to the Central Courtyard. You cannot use that. Okay. I must be wrong. Hithgal's condition. Alright. Let's look more carefully for Hithgal. I mean, surely they didn't have us in the same room. I mean, maybe they did. Oh, here's Hithgal. Sorry. Alright. Hithgal seems to be in a deep, uneasy slumber. His strength is returning, but he remains in restless slumber. A few more months, I think. Again, a no-named elf. Alright.
Much has changed since we last traveled together from Imladris.
It's unfortunate to hear of Hithgal's continued ills, but I hope he shall soon recover as you have, Crusadum. You see, when the battle came at last to Barad-dûr, Sauron himself felled Hithgal with a deadly blow, and it seemed only by the grace of the Valar that he was not at once ended. Even still, the steel of Dark Lord's weapons was tainted in much the same way as the blade that pierced you. He has suffered its effects as you did for many long years. Now then, we have spoken enough of the past. Let's turn our minds to the days ahead. Much has changed since we last traveled together from Imladris. My friend, it seems now an age of men, and I sense the time of the elves in Middle-earth draws near to its end. Many have departed this realm for the uttermost west by the ships of Círdan, our friend of old. He's now called the Shipwright by those who know his works, and he dwells in Mythland with the few that still remain in his service as skilled crafters. Much of the wood used by Sir Don is ferried to Mythland by way of the port of Celondim along arid Luin, and is there you must journey to reach the havens. Crusadum, I've gathered your belongings and a few supplies for your journey. I've set your ring in its case upon the table across the room, and your armor rests in the chest at your bedside. Still marked from battle, but time has not worn it elsewise. Indeed, the passing of an age has dimmed only our light, and given rise to the shadow in the east. Concerning such matters, I have also prepared for you a tomb of writings on the history of the third age thus far. You are free to claim them ere you depart. Once you are prepared, we shall speak more of your journey to Celondim. Alright, let's look and see what all we're getting here. This is a finger that gives us might, so a ring. Elrond's gift, once we're 5, we can open that. We get all of this gear. Is this good for us currently? Yeah, it is. And the nice thing is, if I do want to look like this again, right? Let's go ahead and see if it's the same armor we think it is. Yeah. You can keep it. It can be a part of our... Do we want to be hooded? I don't think so. Let's see what it looks like. Not hooded. Hooded. Not hooded. Do we like the, well, we'll decide that. Alright, we're also getting a second copper ring. A second ring that, oh, 2 rings. So we'll probably be put on the other might ring. We'll get our milestone skill. A radiant basin that we can put in our home. Our personal house. The die. So some of this you'll recognize. You get this during the starter quest for other races, right? Will be acknowledged as a novice, which means we can then get into Kins. And then we'll choose between a 2-handed sword and a 1-handed sword. Let's see what these look like. Alright, honed blade. And a honed greatsword. Okay. I'll be excited to not look like we do once we get all this. Preparation for the journey. Alright, let's get all this stuff that we can pick up. Elrond's writings. That you concerning the events of Third Age. In your travels, you ask to collect certain items for your quests. Okay, that's what we just picked up. Did that put something in our bag that allows... I can't stand the way they have our bags right now. But I also don't want to set them up because I'm going to end up doing a 1-bag situation. So I don't need to spend time setting these up. We just get them so we can at least see what's going on. I don't actually remember, like, how you put it into 1 bag. Is this the way? There is a way to do it. Edit mode? Oh, there you go. So you can actually just move all the panels. Now, one thing you can do, I kind of like this idea, is have one big bag and then maybe have one bag that's got a couple of spaces in it. Alright, let's quit editing and see what that looks like. So we've got our main bag here. And then, like, just putting, I don't know, all of your gift boxes. Or, like, later, once your gift boxes are gone, you put all your travel things. Like, for now, we could put these travel items in here. We may not have enough room to do all of our gift boxes in there. We'd have to change it anyway. Here's a title. Let's go ahead and get the title done. There's the Journeyman Riding Trait Pack. Here's our new Mordor Ultimate Fan Bundle. That's a new one. We've got all the different year gift boxes just kind of scattered here. We'll go ahead and sort stuff. Yeah, do not show that again. Just when I say sort, you sort. Alright, that's interesting. It put that stuff up there. So I think there is a way. So only when you edit does it bring up the other bags. There is a way to, like, ignore a bag, right? It must not be under edit mode. I could have sworn there was. You can also change the shape of it. Anyway, that's enough bag foolery for now. Let's see what else we need to collect. I don't see any other belongings. Ah, sealed collection of armor. Carefully collecting our armor here. We got a new title. 7 stars. Catch. Let's see. As you glance within the faint shine of your old armor catches the light. So we're not actually getting this stuff until Jeweler's Case. Until we turn the quest in. Ornate box, your eye catches glimmer of the ring you once bore. I'm not seeing anything else shiny. Unless it's like located in some other strange place. Looks like that's everything.
Eladon and Elroy
Very good,
are to follow an
Crusadum.
expedition to the ruins of Edthelion.
In time
And
your
they
strength shall
see you
return,
to
my friend. The
Celondim
power of your
in the
ring
course
shall
of their
rise with
travels.
it. I hope my writings prove to be used to you as well. Recount much of the time that passed while your wound healed, but even I cannot be aware of all that has transpired since the end of the Second Age. As for your journey, my son shall seek to see you to Celondim in the course of their own travels. Eladin and Elrohir are to follow an expedition to the ruins of Edeline, led by the elf Dorolas on my behalf. Speak not of this to any outside their company, but I had a strange premonition amidst a field of blurred vision. A voice rose saying, blood-red footsteps upon snow-colored black, where the dour king walks to take back his throne and finish what has begun. It's a troubling riddle, my friend, and one that I do not think soon solved. If you have any thoughts on its meaning? You hear a muffled creak as the doors to Thamsend open. It's just as well. Such troubles are best left to Dorolas and his expedition. My sons await you by the door to the central courtyard, and when you are ready to part, they shall guide you to Celondim along the Erdluin. May your journey be swift and free of hardship, my friend. Namari. Alright, let's choose the one-handed sword. Okay, we got a little bit of experience there. We got a new skill, the Return Home skill. And that's our Return to Housing skill. And let's put on some gear. So that's the hooded cloak. I want that in the primary slot, and then we can put this in the secondary slot. This is the Vitality Ring. And, alright, all this is junk. That is a housing item. Let's switch that with that. Here's that. But I could have sworn there was another ring, right? It may have auto-gone on us. No, it did not. I really thought there was another ring. Am I just missing it? I actually do not see it. Oh, here it is. I was just missing it. Alright, let's put the might ring on instead. We cannot open Elrond's gift. These have the exact same stats. Do we like that look better? Or do we like this helm? I actually do not mind the helm. Look how ripped the cloak is. But both of them are equally ripped. Alright, so let's go to cosmetics. This is what I want to do here. I want to put all of our... Shoot. Can I not do it from here? I guess I have to do it before I put it on. So let's take everything off. So this is a little how do cosmetics work. Once we put them in cosmetic slots, we will not have to keep them in our bags. They will be stored there forever. So even as we replace this gear. Alright, so let's do it here. And boots. Pants. What is this? Shoulders, maybe? No. Sorry, what is this? Oh, bracers. Bracers. Chest. Cloak. And helm. And shoulders. And I think that's everything. So that is our... That's now our outfit 1. Alright. And then we'll put all this back on. Just in our inventory. Our actual equipment that we're wearing. And if we're going to keep all this gear, we probably want to keep the cloak without the hooded cloak as well. Alright, here are the brothers.
I am certain Father has told you all about the journey ahead. But do not worry. The matter of his dream need not trouble you.
So Father's giving you leave to travel from Rivendell, Crusader. I must say I'm excited to learn the battle of the ages past from you. Father told us not to bother you with so many questions, but it's likely our last chance, is it not? Besides, the journey to Celondim shall give us time to speak on other matters. I would think the events of the past 3,000 years would be of some interest to you. My brother and I stand ready to set out for Edluin. If you are prepared, we shall depart at once.
The old refuge of Athelion lies abandoned, a ruined testament to the greed of Skorgrim Dourhand. 600 years after its fall, dwarves inhabit the ancient halls in the mountains, and Elrond of Rivendell, sensing a threat, has sent his sons Elrohir and Elladan along with a company of elves to investigate.
Okay. I think that means... Well, let's see. Let's don't make any assumptions. So, it is interesting. You notice they talk specifically about Skogrim in that intro video, because that is one of the key things that will tie what we've just been through, kind of forcing us into the old beginning of the what am I trying to say? Epic quest line. So this is starting us. You arrive in Celondim with the sons of Elrond 1 month ago. Let's read through it and make sure. But I think this is basically going to be sort of quickly pushing us on to the old content. Hey, what's up, Draka? Welcome. Hope you're doing well this evening. However, Elrond's decision to offer you a choice whether to leave Middle-earth or remain to aid his people has weighed heavily on you during your travels. The elf Terathon has also come to sail to the west, and you've spent much time together in preparation for your journey since Elladan and Elrohir departed for Helion. The time has at last come to journey to the west, and Tarathon awaits you at the docks of Celondim. So we're still in new content, where this is not like exactly what would have happened if you were an elf before this new content. So let's see what this guy says. Have you heard the good tidings? The time has come at last to sail to Mithlond and to blessed Valinor. We have waited only 1 month, but each day has seemed a year since we arrived in Celondim. The burdens of this realm shall soon be behind us, but I'm curious if the sons of Elrond found what they sought in the ruins of Edhelion. I've heard many tales of the sorrowful history of that place, and how it came to ruin by the hand of a disreputable dwarf named Skorgrim Dourhand. There he is again. Remember Skorgrim? He's a big part of the early epic quest lines of Volume 1, right? And he's a big part of pretty much all of the other starter areas and that story that gets told, some more directly than others. I have never walked upon the shores of the Blessed Realm, but I have heard many tales of Valinor. Your forebears who once dwelt there, did they not? Your forebears once dwelt there, did they not? Did you as well? Terathon pauses a moment and studies your face. You look restless, my friend. What troubles you on such a joyous day? What troubles you, Crusadum? You tell Taltharana that your thoughts are drawn to your friends and kin, and to the choice that was given to you to remain in Middle-earth, if you so wished it. Why would you wish to remain here? Sorry about that. I just realized something. I can get invited to the kin now. Why would you wish to remain here? As you must know well, the lands of Valinor heal all ills, and replenish our spirits. The concerns of this realm are ours no longer. Terathon senses that his words have not convinced you. I see. Perhaps you should reflect upon the paths of your friends and kin to guide you. Look at how many people are on. That's awesome. Alright. So the quest, what? Look, there's quests everywhere. Who are all these quests? Elrond? Gil-galad? Is Elrond here? Oh, he is. Reflect on the paths of your friends. Oh, that's cool. Alright, let's go over here. This one's kind of in the farthest away. I didn't realize, it said something about like, you know, like looking back. I thought it was going to be one of those like where we get into a mirror thing. Alright. This is Círdan. We want to create a new tab. And let's rename it. And we'll just call it Kin. I want to be able to keep up with Kin chat. Sorry, I'm having to multitask here. Change filters. We don't want regional. We don't want event broadcast. All I want is Kin chat. And tells. I think it's important to always be able to see tells too. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's talk. You reflect upon the decisions of Círdan the shipwright, who remained in Middle-earth, that others of his kin might depart for the blessed realm of Valinor. Your reflections on the path of Círdan fills you with grace. Alright, who is this? Oh, this isn't actually someone. This is a quest. That is not one of the 5. Here's one of the 5. Glorfindel. You reflect upon the path of Glorfindel, who has remained in Middle-earth to stand against the evils of the enemy and the most vile of his servants. You think upon Glorfindel's deeds in the elder days of the world, and how his resolve has never faltered, even when confronted with death. Fills you with hope. I think our character looks awesome. You can definitely tell, compared to the old character models, right? This is a pretty sharp-looking character model. That looks very cool. Alright, let's go reflect upon Elrond. Our poor cloak. We're going to have to replace the cloak, right? I mean, it's kind of cool to have like a cloak that's got holes in it, but only for so long. Alright, here's Elrond. You reflect upon the decisions of Elrond Half-Elven. I guess all the armor... the armor stood the test of 3,000 years better than the cloth material. Once the herald of Gil-galad, whose time in this realm draws near its ending, you consider Elrond's word, for he said that you might depart for the uttermost west if you truly wished it, and that the burdens of this realm no longer fall to you. You consider that he kept you in Imladris, that the choice might one day be yours, rather than sending you to revive in the uttermost west. That is cool. That is cool. I like that. Alright, and here is Gil-galad. You reflect upon the path of Gil-galad, the High King of the Elves, and the bravery he possessed as he fought and fell to purge the evils of Morgoth and Sauron from the world. You consider the loss of the elf Theleron and the pain of losing a companion during the war as Gil-galad did. You consider the loss of your king, and you understand that his sacrifice means what his sacrifice means for the peoples of Middle-earth. Determination. Alright, where's the last one? Harthelin. Oh, what happened to Harthelin? The decisions of your dearest friend, Harthelin, who has chosen to remain in Middle-earth and free it of evils before the time comes to bequeath it to men. You consider her duty to the peoples of this realm, that she hoped you might remain to aid her in the battles against the evils in this world. Talk to Tarthon in Celondim. Celondim. I'm not saying that name right. People have told me how to say it before. Alright, where is he? Here he is. Celondim? I think it's Deem. Celondim? Maybe? I don't know. Ah, so you return. Where has your reflection led you, Crusadum? You tell Tarthon that you desire to remain in Middle-earth. It is not the choice I make, but I understand it, friend. You have made it your purpose to confront the forces of evil wherever they take you, and though it does not seem so here in Celondim, it is true that great evils are again at work in this realm. You see, while you were reflecting, Eladin and Elorir arrived in Celondim and asked to speak with you at once. I told them I would deliver their request when you returned. They now wait for you near the stable master. My path leads to the uttermost west, but it seems yours now lead elsewhere. May the Valar guide you, and may you one day come to find peace in Valinor. Okay, let's I guess let's talk to him, because I think this is just a... Wait, in defense of the forest?
You may be of service to me.
Oh, this is like the initial first quest you get. That is an increase in DPS. But we may boost this character to 105, so we may not need to fool with any of these early quests. There's really no point. Here they are. So these guys are new here. They have not always been here. I wonder if you're on a different race if you see them. I assume you do. I don't think they're... I don't think they're phased in, but who knows? Crusadum, I am glad that you have not yet departed. I feared we would be too late. Eladin and Elorir's faces betray grave concerns. There are grim forces at work in Ered Luin, my friend. The terrible Gaunt Lord Ivar has bound vile spirits to the corpse of the Dwarf Lord Skorgrim. And now the door hands think him their leader reborn. Our foes escaped, and now the enemy has beguiled the door hands into his services. Elorir gives Eladin a knowing look. Indeed, this truth must be told, brother. When the Father spoke of the shadow in the east, he spoke of Sauron. The Dark Lord has returned once again, Crusadum, and he has sent his servants across many lands of this realm in search of the ring that was lost. If Sauron recovers the ring, no host shall remain to stand against him, and all will be lost. The time shall soon come when the peoples of this realm are called to war, and I beg that you remain to guide them and make safe the lands of Middle-earth. It's a great demand to make one of as our storied as you, and at so final an hour, but I would not ask it if the need were not dire. It shall soon be a realm of men, and it must survive for them to inherit it. I beg you, will you remain? You tell Eladin and Elorir that you have chosen to remain in the realm of Middle-earth. To have you among the forces that stand against Sauron brings me new hope for the day that lies ahead. The day that lie ahead. Days that lie ahead. You should aid the folk in Celondim and the lands beyond to hone your skills for the battles that surely await us. When the time comes, we shall call on you to join us. Completed. Prologue, Reflections on the Past. Okay. It appears to me that we have finished. Oh, who is this?
Will you hear my sorrows?
Okay, prologue. Let's see. Heard that you're well-traveled. He was coming from Dueland. Yes, this is the old quest. So now we are done with the High Elf starting area. And Celondim. So this is where we're actually bound here already. Oh, no, maybe not. I don't know. Alright, so this is the end of the High Elf quest. So now I've got to decide if I'm going to use my boost on this character. I think I will. So a little bit of quick discussion before we wrap up this sort of part of the stream and also the video in terms of the intro quest for High Elves. if you have purchased Gondor, the easiest thing to do is to log in to the character, the first character you log into, to log into the character that you want to use the boost on. You certainly don't want to open the box that the boost is in on a character that you're not wanting to use it on. So we did not get that box. We got this box that's the Ultimate Fan Bundle. Those are just bonus items, mounts, and cosmetic items, all that kind of stuff. We got that one. We did not get the other one because until you become novice ranked, it will not put it in your bags. But now when we log out and log back in, it should be in this character's bags. And we should be able to boost him to 105. Let's see, where do we turn the coin into? It's around here somewhere. Let's do that real quick before we... Is there anything we want to get for our house? I think we already have those two things. I don't think there's really actually anything we want. We'll just cancel it, right? Oh, maybe we can't cancel it. All right, let's turn one in.
The sorrows of the Eldar are never ending.
Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and destroy that one. All right. Destroy those two. Okay, so that wraps up the high elf starting area. I'm going to try logging out and logging back in and see if he in fact has the item in his inventory now.